Alright, so IXL EE.3 is simplifying radicals involving fractions. So what do you do if there's a fraction? So there's one big rule when it comes to doing the fraction ones. The rule is you can't leave the square root in a denominator, right? And remember, a denominator is the bottom. So you can't have something like this. That would not be allowed. There's something you have to do to change that up so it's not there. All right, no square roots on the bottoms. So let's get started. So let's start off with a simple one. We've got 9 and 4. So what you're going to do is you're going to do each number separate. So we're going to do a factor tree for 9, factor tree for 4. All right, so do each number separately first. 9, 3 and 3, 4 is 2 and 2. All right, so we're going to do our list again. We got 3 and 3, and this one was 2 and 2. So the same thing we were doing before, it's just you have two of them at one time and they're a fraction. So we're going to look for our pairs. I've got a pair of 3s and I have a pair of 2s there. All right, that means for this top one on the outside, we're going to have a 3, but there's nothing left over, which means the square root's going to go away. Same thing's going to happen on the bottom. The 2 go to the outside and we're going to have an empty square root. Means our final answer is just 3 over 2. There you go. For our next one, we've got a different one. We've got some letters here. So same thing. So start with your factor trees of 15, factor tree of 4. 15 is 3 and 5, 4 is 2 and 2. So I'll do our list. So we've got 3 times 5 with the 2 x's. On the bottom, we just have 2 2's. Right, so look for pairs. A pair of x's and that's a pair of 2's. So when we bring them out, I've got 1 x here, and then they're both still there, so there's still a 15. I've got a 2 on the outside, nothing left over, so no radical. Means that's the final answer. Okay, so you can leave this here because it's in the numerator. That's fine. Just can't have one in the denominator. So our next problem, we're going to see what happens when we have that. So we got 36 and 5. So we're going to do our factor trees. 36 is 3 times 12, which is 3 times 4, which is 2 times 2. And 5 is nothing. It's just going to stay 5 there. So we'll make our 2 lists. We've got 3, 3, 2, 2, and 5. Okay, so pairs, got 3's and 2's, which means I'm going to have 3 times 2 with no radical, and that's going to stay radical 5. So final answer is 6 square root of 5. Now I have to stop because can't leave a square root in the denominator. So what we do to get rid of the square root in the denominator, we're going to multiply by another fraction. What you do is you look at the bottom. This is on the bottom, right? So I'm going to put that over here again. I'm going to put the same thing in the top, right? So that radical that you're trying to get rid of, multiply by that radical, divide by that radical. Then you're going to go across. So this will be 6 square root of 5. Down here we've got a radical with 2 5's in it. Just like we did there, I've got a pair of 5's here. They're going to come out. 6 square root of 5 over 5 would be the final answer there. And that is what you do with the fractions. All right. So again, you've got the 2 numbers in your fraction. You do each of their factor trees separate. Make your list, look for pairs, just like we were doing the last